Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. We've done all of the exploration we can in this expansion, so now it's time to continue with the main plot.
Luck couldn't do us any handover.
You've seen war, mate. It shows.
Apparently a bunch of wild ones.
Hi, mate! Your mug's not familiar. What is it you want?
Looking for Olgierd von Everec.
Ah, that'll be inside.
Olgierd von Everec. I'm looking for him.
None here by that name.
Can't help wondering. Who are you?
Who do we look like?
A crew of cutthroats? Or a band of former soldiers who got lucky?
Ah, but that's where you err. 'Cause we're sons of nobles, all.
And daughters.
So, gonna tell me who you are, precisely?
The Redanian Free Company. The Wild Ones, folk call us. Owing to the boar in our coat of arms.
I was told I'd find Olgierd von Everec here.
Someone's made an arse of you, brother.
So maybe you can make up for that and help me, brother.
Something tells me you and me have got different mums.
All right, Ungus, you've had your fun. I'm Olgierd. Tell me, what brings you here?
No, I'm Olgierd.
You? Not likely. I'm all geared.
So you guys done being children, or...?
You folk are a hoot and all, and I'd love to stay for more laughs, but time's short.
Whoa, shit just got serious.
Hear about the monster in the sewers. Seems Olgierd von Everec's offered a bounty on it.
Shit was serious from the start. Goes without saying with a Witcher.
How's that?
The purge you lot of emotion. It's why you're all stiff. Hey? You think they shoved a long pike up your arse?
All right, Master Witcher. Jests are done. Whether the good bit as it is, I'm impressed. Come on, I'll take you to Olgierd.
You sure?
What do they call you?
Geralt of Rivia.
Bit of advice, Geralt of Rivia. Once you meet Olgierd, try and pique his interest.
I gotta pique his interest? He's the one wants a monster dead.
Aye, but he don't need you to kill it. So, you want this job? You gotta grab his attention. And he's one to get bored mighty quick.
Whatever.
Ataman, sir. You've a guest.
Do you know what types of sculptures fetch the best prices? Statues of deities, busts of kings, and nudes. And what have we here? A naked wench. What do you think of her?
Damn your face, dude.
Sculpture isn't really my thing.
Can't blame you. Contemporary art's become superficial and bland. A century on, they'll be using just such nudes on placards to hawk bricks and other banalities. Mark my words. I used to like Botticelli. The life he could breathe into a chunk of cold stone. But I look at it now, and it seems just a rock, ideally proportioned. Not a flaw on its surface. Painfully perfect. As lifeless and boring as a boulder at the roadside. That's better. More interesting, at the least. Very well. And now to the matter at hand. Let's rejoin the company. Partake of some refreshment first.
Ataman Olgierd, long may he live! Long live the Ataman!
Long live the Ataman! Long live the Ataman!
Come and drink with us!
Well, we haven't a choice now. Fetch us some wine, dear. And a nibble or two.
This some special occasion? Or just feel like feasting?
Every occasion's special. Today we celebrate a dubbing.
Whose?
Squire Herodor's new sabre.
I've hit on a name for her. Fair Sabre, I dub thee Tradiciana!
Monster in the sewers. Know anything more?
I've no clue what it is. Only that it's deadly. I'd not have bothered had my cook not become its victim. Oh, the way she prepared game had no equal.
That why she was in the sewers? To fetch game?
Nay. She went to a fair with a sister or cousin, matters not. Daft wench convinced her a prince transformed into a toad lives in the Oxenfurt sewers. And you know women. Each craves a prince and will wade knee-deep through shite to get him. Vissy was no exception in that respect. Down she went, never to return. Wasn't the first, it seems, either. Hey! Leave her be! Is that any way to treat the lord of the manor's daughter? Apologies. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the contract. So, you'll check it?
Just one formality to resolve first. My pay.
Never you mind that. Return with the beast's head, and you'll have leave to take anything you wish from here.
Awfully generous. Still, I'd prefer to agree a specific amount.
Oh, fine. How much would you like? 400 crowns?
450.
Agreed. And that'll be in addition to whatever memento you wish to take.
Consider the beast gone.
Confident? Bring me its head, and the reward shall be yours.
Just went into first person there for some reason. Yeah, that appears to be the toad in the sewers they're talking about. Toad monster.
Hey, you! Puss papers!
Name's Geralt.
But I'm gonna call you Puss Peepers. That a problem?
Get to the point.
Got an offer. Potentially lucrative Puss Peepers. Someone's killed me mate. Name was Clivert. You're to figure out who did it, then cut the bugger's head off.
Why not avenge him yourself? Seems like you all relish swinging your sabers.
Aye, we do. And if I knew who'd axed Clivert, I'd have gutted him ages ago. Thing is, I don't. But you see a lot with them Puss Peepers. You'll track him down.
I'm a witcher, not a manhunter.
Kill an awful lot of them, though, don't you?
When they deserve it.
And my friend's murderer, he don't deserve it. At least hear me out. Clivert dealt Fistech. A few days passed, he rode to Bowden to take a delivery. Never came back.
Been there? Actually seen his corpse?
No, but Clivert was one damned reliable Orson. We was to meet. He didn't show. Can only mean he's dead. Find the bastard who did this. Find him and kill him. I'll pay top coin.
Need to think it through.
Clivert's got a scar on his forehead, not unlike yours. Spot that, you'll know it's his body.
Said I'd think about it.
Know what, Puss Peeps? One look at a bloke and I know what he's made of. You'll do what I ask. I bet anything on it. Look for me in Oxenfurt! The Alchemy Inn on the main square!
Alright, I'll do it, but only because it's a marked quest.
They eat and drink and smoke and fight.
So, incidentally, I'm pretty sure the wild ones here are based on Cossacks. There is some history of Cossacks in Poland, although they're mainly based in present-day Ukraine. Alright, looks like this is actually the closest signpost to where I'm going. So I guess I'm just gonna take the road here, on horseback. And yeah, from what I recall, Cossacks are known, or their leaders are called Ottomans, so that's one big indication. Another is actually the fact that they have very shaved heads, got this sort of little knot of hair that they sort of drape across their heads. That is, or at least was for a while, the style among Cossacks. Anyway, okay, yeah, so there is a marker here in Bowden. And also a lot of ghouls. I think we're gonna have to take care of that. My shield's gone. I'll wait for my stamina to regenerate a bit first before I continue engaging these ghouls. Okay. I think I dodged them for so long that that my sword lost some of its charges. So I will say at least one benefit of getting hit without my shield on is that the armor thing that redirects damage, well, in this case, actively killed the ghoul. Alright, but ghouls tend to show up after bad things happen. Tend not to be the cause of bad things, so let's look.
Smells like solutions, reagents. Wonder what's cooking.
Well, probably Fistech. I mean, if it requires chemical compounds and is created in rural areas, then I'm guessing it's basically this universe's version of meth. Question is, where is the smell coming from? Aha.
Smells of... they were cooking Fistech. Took most of the equipment, only left what was broken.
A rival Fistech gang.
True as true can be. Dangerous trade, narcotics.
Okay.
Open window. Boot print on the bed. Somebody was in a hurry.
Might have gotten away then. This, Clivert.
Footprints. Uneven. Someone ran through here.
Did it end in the bushes, or?
Stopped here for a second, hid, then ran on.
Scoped out the town from the bushes, and then ran from town. Went through the hayfield. Oh, hang on.
Scar on his forehead. Must be Clivert. Bolt in the back. Went in deep, so a close range shot. From the village, what that direction looks like.
Makes sense. Aha, at the fence.
Crossbow bolt and footprints deep. Shooter must have been wearing heavy armor.
I guess they fumbled a crossbow bolt when they were firing.
Hoofprints leading towards the hill. Someone's still there.
Oh. Got some drowners in the pond.
You piece of filth.
Come on then. One more. Perfect. So where do those tracks go? Alright, here we go. Further into the woods. Daylight's starting to creep up. 3 a.m. Oh, we're coming up on a building now. Alright. Looks like some Fistech makers taking care of some bandits as rivals. Nothing further inside the building. And it looks like I'm being pointed... Ah, yes. To the spot that had a building that I couldn't enter yet.
Hey-ya!
And I believe this is actually where some of the Knights of the Flaming Rose were found once upon a time. I felt like doing this from horseback this time, and incidentally, this was the moment when I realized that clicking and holding the attack button not only charged your blade, but also slowed down time, so you could actually time your hit. Bastard kept moving, though. Couldn't get close enough. Ah, come on. There we go. Okay, it's not letting me That's because, yeah, there's 2 more in the distance here I should also need to take care of. Damn. He's ready for me. But then I was also ready for him. Now get over here, horse. The danger is past. We still got quite a ways to go.
Let's go!
So yeah, it turns out the rival gang is the Order of the Flaming Rose. Apparently, aside from attacking travelers, they are also in the business of making and selling fist tech to whoever can afford it. Hard times indeed, huh?
What's this? Order of the Flaming Rose have a new seat? Not too shabby.
You listen, vagrant. Dunno why you're here, but take my advice. Go back to wherever you came from.
So, why are you still standing there? I need to smash your painting?
Don't like your tone, brother.
I'd say. I thought I was being polite. But if courtesy don't work, we'll try something else.
Try, yes.
Shall be over soon.
Succeed. Not so much. And down he goes. So yeah, Order of the Flaming Rose. Not nice people. Don't really deserve the benefit of the doubt, especially since they've continued on with the Order even after it was officially disbanded. And presumably they're okay with everything else that they've been doing. Because otherwise they could have at any point just left. Alright, looks like there's actually a way around all of the gas here. I mean, I presume that the boardwalk there is safe enough, but I was looking for, like, other stuff that might have been here. Looks like just a bunch of alchemy ingredients and not much more. Might be a way around the other side, though. Could be something over here. Something that isn't just more alchemy ingredients. Could have sworn I saw a little glint there above, but it might have just been some sort of rendering artifact. Right, so that guy's asleep. Ah, here's a cutscene.
Bloody hell! Who the devil are you?
I'm a Witcher, or as your brethren prefer to call me, a mutant, a freak.
You shouldn't be in here.
And Knights of the Flaming Rose shouldn't be murdering humans or producing drugs.
True. We shouldn't. We're supposed to defend the downtrodden, spread faith in the eternal fire. But Radovid tricked us. He broke his oath, sent our brethren to the front as common grunts, and once the mighty order was bled dry, he disbanded us. Took our lands, confiscated our domains to finance his war. The brethren who didn't object were appointed mage hunters. Those who took umbrage dared to stand up to him. They were imprisoned or exiled. We're but a handful who still wear the colours. And we must find a new place in this world.
Couldn't have happened to a better order.
Honestly, couldn't give a shit about your grief. Not the tiniest, runniest, greenest little shit in the world. You persecuted others, destroyed them. Now you've met with that same fate. So you got exactly what you deserved.
A witcher moralist. Amusing, but feel I've met you somewhere before. I know you. You're Geralt of Rivia, Jacques de Aldersberg's killer.
None other. And if I had to go back, I'd do it again.
That was the start of our downfall. You were the beginning. A cursed mutant. Draw your blade!
No need to yell. Just ask, politely.
I feel like we're going to go up against a lot of humans here, so just going to hit them with a little something extra. Ah, damn it, crossbowman. Oh, shield guy. Keep my eyes open for him. Dang it. But yeah, so if we hadn't killed Jacques de Aldersberg in the first game, then there's a chance that we might have ended this peacefully. But I was in no mood to end this peacefully. Not with these guys, anyway. So I have to admit, I'm fairly pleased with this outcome. You know, I really should use heavy strikes more often. I mean, I'll take the instant death. That's fine. But yeah, so the actual way to deal with a guy with a shield is to hit him repeatedly with heavy strikes, or strong attacks, or whatever the particular name is. You get the idea. Until they exhaust their stamina and drop their shield. If you hit them repeatedly with light attacks, that will also drain their stamina, but not fast enough to force them to drop their shield. And for some reason that is a lesson that I kind of forgot at this point during the game, and throughout most of the game in fact. Much like the whole slow motion when attacking from horseback thing. But as you can imagine, by the fact that I'm giving a lecture about it here and now, it is something that I would eventually remember. And so you should see me actively put that to use at some point before the end of the game. Pretty sure I did it at least at one point earlier, but then that might have been by accident rather than intentional. And actually, there's no real reason to avoid using heavy strikes, strong attacks, because they're really not that much slower than the fast attacks. The only difference on a mouse and keyboard is that I need to hold down Shift. Anyway, we're going back to the Garen estate, but only because there's a signpost there. The woman who gave us this quest is, as she said, gone back to Oxenfurt. And by the way, there's actually a fair amount of Oxenfurt in this game. It was underutilized, I would say, by the main game, and so this expansion is, to a certain extent, making up for that. Anyway, looks like it's a tavern in the middle of town. And here we are.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steam.
Oh, and there she is.
Avenged your friend.
I knew you'd succeed, Puss Peepers. I knew it. Go on, out with it. Who was the bastard?
Bastards. Brethren of the Order of the Flaming Rose.
What you do to them? Scald them with hot irons, pick out their eyes, skin them alive.
No, just killed them.
Oh, so handsome and so boring. Here, Puss Peeps, your gold. Ought to be enough for an ounce of panache.
I'll take your word for it. Anyway, it's good that we're in Oxenfurt because 200 crowns. Not bad.
Best wares this side of the pond. Boys, why there? What for? Life kick you in the arse? Not enough. Terrible beast prowls the sewers down that away. Best avoid it altogether. There are dozens of maidens, folks, and many a wall fighter's gone in and never come out.
Alright, sounds like they don't rate my chances down here. Oh, interesting. Bit of specter dust in the corner.
Boot prints. Large. A man's most likely. Thought only women came looking for the cursed prince. A woman's prints alongside. Single set. She came alone.
That's that. Didn't leave any stuff behind, sadly. Oh, Dimeridium ore. There's some good stuff in the crates down here.
Slash wounds made by a blade. No monster did this.
And that's the drowner we didn't kill, by the way.
Oh, no, you don't. Hear me? Don't you dare. Please, don't do this to me.
Shani?
Geralt?
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to save his life. Help me.
Shani, calm down. He's dead.
I'm sure something can be done.
Let it go.
Damn it! All for nothing.
You did all you could.
Thanks, Geralt.
It's, good to see you.
You too. Lost track of you after I left Vizima. Where'd you go? What have you been doing?
Long story short, I've been treating the sick and wounded as always, mainly at my clinic in Oxenfurt. But in Redania, I'm called on to help the army at times as well.
I'll want to hear the long story long, too.
Sure. But, once we're out of these sewers.
Redanian army force you to come here, too? Or you just down here for a pleasant stroll?
Got our orders this morning. I came down here with a whole unit, but something attacked us.
What attacked you? Get a good look at it?
No. I started running as soon as it appeared. It was huge. Spat venom and made these slurping sounds. That's all I know.
Doesn't sound like a major necrophage or a pack of drowners.
No. This was one thing. Big, but one. Somebody threw a torch at it. Monster couldn't have cared less.
All right. Not afraid of fire. Good to know. The soldier. He's someone important to you?
His name was Knowles. Supposed to go on leave next week. Now he won't. Nor will the rest of his unit.
How many were they?
A whole squad. 6 brave boys. All dead.
Why'd they send you down here? Only if it's not confidential, of course.
I need a venom sample. From the beast that prowls these sewers. It doesn't just kill those who come down here, you know. The water in so many wells is contaminated. Folk are getting ill. Redanian soldiers among them.
Plan to kill the beast. Bring you a sample of its venom after I do.
Nice of you to offer. But I'd rather go with you. Collect the sample myself.
Creature's dangerous. You saw what it can do.
I'm a big girl, Geralt. I can take care of myself. And you know I'll get my way, so don't try and talk me out of anything.
Fine. Your choice. So show me where the monster attacked you.
This way.
Grating's badly bent. Something large struck it, with a lot of momentum.
I shut it as I fled. The monster must have slammed into it.
Glad it held up. Though now we need to find a way around it.
Is it worth searching outside?
Actually, just hoping the monster's blow weakened one of the walls.
As a matter of fact, it did.
Careful, monster might still be here.
So, that's Shani. She's from the books, although a very minor role. Admittedly a minor role in which Geralt slept with her while she was still a university student. She then shows up just for another minor role in the last book, as I recall.
Slash wounds made by a blade. No monster did this.
Heard that one before. Yeah, as far as the games go, she appears in the first one as a possible love interest. But then the second game forces you to break up with her.
Soldiers from your escort?
Yes. That's them. Vern, Miklas. Poor boys.
Beast doesn't play around, apparently.
They saved my life.
Know them well?
Him, I met this morning. But Vern and I served together at the Battle of Dorian. Miklas only enlisted this Yule.
Sorry.
Once you kill this beast, we'll have to send someone down here to collect their bodies. Give them a proper burial.
What exactly happened?
We came in here and Miklas started looking for tracks. Then drowners attacked. The men made quick work of them. But Franz was injured. His leg. He and I stayed behind. I tried to bandage him up while Knowles stood watch. Then that beast appeared. Knowles pushed me towards the exit and ran at the monster. I turned around and saw him lying there, covered in a sticky substance. I ran back to get him, then dragged him to where you found us.
Where was the monster?
Miklas and Vern had driven it away from us. And paid dearly for it.
Managed to get a look at what attacked you?
Everything happened so fast. I didn't get a good look, no. Only saw it from behind. I know it was large and slimy.
Gotta look around. Man you patched up, is he here?
Franz? I don't see him. Think the monster might have dragged him off?
Could have. Beast probably crawled in or out through here. It's deep.
The lower level of the sewers has been closed off for years. But Vern, the commander, had a skeleton key.
See if I can't find it.
Geralt! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
I can't get down this way. I'll look for
Be careful.
I think you don't have to fall through the hole to get down here. At the very least, it is an effective way of proceeding. Oh, must have gotten another level at some point. Actually, just recently. There's a white bar above your health in the top left, and that marks your experience point count. And the fact that it's barely visible means that I only just now leveled up. And wouldn't you know it, I just got 2 more permanent charges on my sword. And here's another drowner. Didn't even notice me come up on him. Oh, maybe you were supposed to fall down the hole.
Geralt, are you alright?
I'm fine. You? How'd you get in here?
I told you. Vern had a key to the grate. Look, it's Franz.
What's left of him, you mean?
What kind of beast would do that?
A lot of flowers.
Does that mean anything?
Well, means our monster doesn't attack them. Seems they get along with whatever's prowling the sewers. Some kind of symbiosis. Interesting.
What?
Franz had a leg wound, right?
Mm-hmm. Just above the knee.
Managed to apply anything to it?
Yes. Some spirit, but that was it. Why do you ask?
Look, half of Franz's leg is gone. Monster must have chewed it off. Other bodies were untouched, except for the wounds they sustained in battle.
Are you suggesting the beast likes alcohol?
Mm-hmm. Mixed with blood. Doubt we'll learn anything else here. We need to find the lair.
Right behind you.
Odd smell. Blend of alcohol, blood, and monster stench. Must have come through here. Another unfortunate romantic. Came to lift a prince's curse. Found a hideous death instead.
Could very well be a cursed beast. Or a cursed human, I should say. But yeah, certainly one who causes a lot of death and destruction because of that curse. I mean, at least the poor beast in this universe.
Loads of slime here. Enough for a sample?
It'd be more than enough if it wasn't contaminated.
Another unfortunate romantic. Came to lift a prince's curse. Found a hideous death instead. Shani, can you get your sample here?
Sure, along with a bunch of dirt, rubble, and drowner droppings.
Shani, watch out.
Speaking of which. Damn it. Got hit. Hardly see anything aside from the health bars. Wait, where did the other one go? But yeah, this is the Princess and the Frog, obviously. Except that unlike in the fairy tale, the frog is a giant monster, rather than a tiny actual sized frog.
Monster bodies basically intact, just half covered in slime. Hope the wretch didn't suffer.
But yeah, there is a Beauty and the Beast short story as well. But, I mean, at least in that case, the Beast, well, he could just sort of keep to himself quietly. Live in his own little corner of the world.
Woman, 30 or so. Strange. No visible wounds. Died of exhaustion trying to escape. Terrible way to go.
Incidentally, I imagine... What the hell? I imagine I'm not the only one hearing this, but Shawnee's voice actor is not doing a terribly good job of maintaining an American accent.
A woman. Must have come here hoping to find her prince. Woman's corpse, soaked in slime. Beast must have left it for later.
Who started the rumor, I wonder? Harold and Sons. Huh. Can't imagine they heard about a toad in the sewers and just a toad monster in the sewers and just decided to troll women about it. Must have come from somewhere. Alright, yeah, it looks like we're back up to where we began. So, in fact, yeah, it looks like either option would have worked. Finding the key and then taking the actual stairs down, or just jumping down the hole like I did. Like a big old lunatic. There we go.
Move!
So yeah, Shawnee is a healer, doesn't contribute in fights, but at the very least she does know how to get out of the way and not be a liability either.
Another unfortunate romantic. Came to lift a prince's curse, found a hideous death instead. She tried to get out. Futile effort.
Crazy number of women. Man, a lot of good stuff down here, though. It's good being in the DLC.
Dead drowners everywhere.
Strange. Seemed the monster tolerated them.
Long as they don't get too close, I guess. Decaying corpses, slime everywhere, and that stench. This has to be the lair. Fresh and moist. Beast was just here.
I'll collect my sample.
Huh. All the tunnels and corridors converge here.
What now?
Need to lure the beast.
How? We don't even know what kind of monster it is.
But we do know it likes a blend of blood and liquor. Just so happens I've got some alcohol on me.
Well, I hope you don't plan to cut yourself or...
Relax. Plenty of bodies. I'll use one of them. Sample you collected enough?
Hope so. But I'd still like to get some pure venom. Once you've killed the monster.
To distill an antidote? No use for it once the beast's dead.
Not true. I have a few poison patients on hand. Besides, I can study the venom, test it, maybe discover some interesting properties.
I'll get to work.
I doubt I'd be much help in the fight, but you might need me afterwards. I'll look for a hiding place.
You'd be better off waiting for me up top, or back home.
But...
No buts. Wait in the passage for now if you have to, though I'd rather you didn't. But when the monster shows, you run for the surface.
Fine.
Shawnee, look at me. Promise you'll stay out of it.
I promise.
Good. Now go hide.
Be careful, Geralt.
I think you can get alcohol from Shawnee if by some miracle you don't have any on you at this point in the game. That's the Dwarven Spirit. Green as green eggs. Sure is a toad monster. Toad Prince. So, I think in this case we're going to use an oil, and as suggested by its origin, cursed oil is what works on him. Damn it. Oh, what the hell is this? I think you can parry his tongue. I'd much prefer just avoiding it. As it is, I've got my sword all fully charged. I'm actually doing some decent damage now. Oh hell. Yeah, really gotta watch that area of effect for that ground pound. The thing doesn't actually, you know, walk, so it jumping up and down is its only way of changing location or direction. There we go. Oh goodness. Got sprayed with toad poison there. And yeah. It was a cursed person. And the curse only lifted because he died.
Halavath, Galavekar.
And in case you were wondering, these guys always arrive too late. There's no way to make the boss battle go on long enough for these guys to show up in time.
Yadarash I'll Woot.
Which means that what happens next always happens. Oh, they let him keep his pendant, apparently. And pants.
What's going on?
Ah, he's finally come to. And he can speak human, turns out. Started thinking I'd not conversed in common the whole way. Except maybe with me reflection in the piss bucket.
Where am I?
On the Albatross. Or the Fakbarth Isle, as their strange tongue has it. En route to Ophir.
Don't remember signing on as a sailor.
Oh, you didn't, mate. They dragged you aboard. Seems you killed their prince.
Oh, toad in the sewers. Damn it. Should consider myself lucky, I guess. Could have killed me on the spot.
Depends how you look at it. I happen to know a bit of a theory. Heard them saying they come here on a mission, dispatched by their king to find their prince, lift his curse. Wagered their honor, and that of their families 5 generations back, that they'd bring him home, safe and sound.
And I killed him. Great. So, must think they can save their honor by bringing the prince's murderer back to face the king's justice. And who might you be?
Felipe Caligrand at your service. Petty thief, professional fence, and your guide about Oxenford. One of a bit of time.
And why are you here? You kill a prince too?
Well, to their thinking, I had a hand in this one's death. See, I was their guide. Led them down into the sewers. But not until after you'd cut their prince's gut open.
Sorry about that.
Not your fault, mate. When all said and done, could have sat on my arse in the alchemy playing Gwent. Didn't have to brag about knowing Oxenford better than my own breeches.
We been at sea long?
Dunno rightly. Not that long. Though, on the other hand... But what's it matter, any road?
Matters a lot. If they're hauling me off to hang me, I'm not in a hurry to arrive.
Me? I'm glad to be sailing to Ophir. I hear they got wild horses there. White, with black stripes. Always wanted to see one of them.
Sure they're not black horses with white stripes?
Nay, black horses with white stripes they got in Zanguebar. That I'm sure of.
Listen, there was a young woman, a medic, red hair. They capture her too?
Don't recall seeing anyone of the sort. You were alone.
Good. Means she managed to flee. Hopefully made it home. Tried to break out yet?
Used every ounce of charm I got. Nothing doing. Might be my Ophiri's rusty.
My Ophiri's non-existent.
Well, we'll be at sea at least a month. Could teach you something that time.
Elkal Orial.
What's that mean?
Told us to shut up.
There's been a misunderstanding. Can I talk to your captain?
Alakal Sorkan. Galavat Kar U Albata again.
Quiet, dog. You killed our prince, and you'll pay for that.
Gileam Valar. Karvarefaner.
You'd be dead already.
Revhagel me Aram
Vengeance is not ours to reap, Anna.
Dorgate ya Alami.
We swore on our honor.
How do I say? Take me to your captain.
Falth Alakhe ul Igulath.
What?
Elkal.
Vioth. Vioth. Alkhe ul Igulath.
Elkal. Inkal avre ikel ugehereven ulvitar.
What just happened? What did he say?
Said to sit quiet, and that you'll hang in 2 weeks.
Great.
Give it a rest. No point talking to that lot. All you get's angry gurgles. And they puff up, you notice? Like them fish. What's it they're called?
There anyone here who speaks common?
There's this mercenary with them. Looks Edirnian to me. He's the one recruited me to show him through the sewers. Oh, and the mage what leads them knows a bit. Heard him talking, but I doubt either will talk to you. How was you? Catch some shut-eye, not go on flapping me tongue. Got a long voyage ahead.
Sleep's not what I need. Someone I could actually communicate with. That's what I want.
Greetings, Geralt. Remember me?
It's from the beginning of the game.
I remember. We met in White Orchard. You're...
Gaunter O'Dim, known also as Master Mirror. I helped you find your Yennefer. We meet again. And it seems you need my help again. Heard a noose awaits you.
Doesn't look like a mercenary.
That is, if this slop doesn't kill you first.
How'd you get in here?
Long story, it'd bore you. I'd prefer to focus on something more useful, like getting you off this ship. Because you do wish to disembark, do you not?
Yeah, sure. But what on earth could you?
Oh, more than you'd ever expect. I shall help you, Geralt. But before I do, I must know you'll return the favor.
Right. Can't possibly get something for nothing.
Indeed. When all's said and done, I am a merchant. So, do you want my help?
Yes.
It's a deal. Once it's all over, we shall meet at midnight at the crossroads, neath the willows near the village of Yantra. Ah, and I must give you something to remember me by.
What's that?
A mark to show we're associates.
Definitely not a mercenary.
Who you gabbing with?
With no one.
Never liked boats. Not one bit. They heave like devils. Make me stomach churn. It'd be prime to sleep through the whole thing.
Conjured a storm.
Didn't bargain for no storm. I fear that means a tidy jump in my fee.
To Ophir, get us safe. The king's reward will be generous.
What about the prisoner?
Before the king we must bring him. On doing so, my honor relies.
Can't we just bring your king the bastard's head? Like we're doing with the other?
The other drowned. We could do nothing. We deliver live this one. Apart from all else, the hell the king is sure to condemn him to. I wish to see.
What kind of hell?
Tarring, flaying, and watering. This is the punishment for regicide and
pains. So much for the mercenary. So yeah, this fight. It's not easy.
Shut up.
You don't have your full armor. You don't have your proper weapons. I think this is the one that's on your back. Okay, yeah, it's definitely the right weapon. But yeah, secretly it turns out you can just put on the bits of the armor that you were missing if you just head into your inventory. So it's actually not as bad as it initially appears. However, you are going up against an actual spellcaster. a proper spellcaster. And that on its own is an extremely big issue. Unfortunately, there is friendly fire. Unfortunately, he does that if you get too close to him, and I'll be damned if it doesn't hit like a truck. Lucky I survived. This is not the first attempt at this battle. Oh, for crying out loud. Finally get close to him and he knocks my block off. Oh, for... damn it. That's the other problem. He does not he doesn't really do a lot of, it's not always obvious which spell he's going to use. And he can parry, of course he can. On the plus side, I do a combination of poison and, there we go. Yeah, every time I hit him I do a combination of poison and bleeding damage. So, you know, even if I have to stay at range for a lot of the time, I can still afford to do so and let his health drain. Anyway, so, yeah, easily harder than the Toad battle. Because the Toad battle I did once and defeated him. This guy took several attempts. Although it did help once I figured out that you could go into your inventory and re-equip your armor and weapons just during the battle. It's not normally something you can do. Oh, hey, this is definitely the ship we were in. He did not manage to drag us very far before Geralt woke up and started fighting back. On the other hand, getting out of here is a bit of trouble. Sure about that translator guide thief guy, though. I mean, theft is a crime, sure, but he did not deserve all of that. And yes, this is where on the map you end up. It's actually not that far. I mean, it's certainly quite a distance from Oxenfurt, but it's not somewhere else entirely. But still, I think we've gone far enough for one video.